1, 2, 3, 4. My whole life's been a nightmare. Just to think about it makes me cry. Spent the last 5 years trying to get straight. First 30-something trying to get high. Preacher man talking about hellfire. Christ, you ought to have the right to choose between the same old way I'm feeling and a brand new bottle of booze. Got a girlfriend down in Texas. I got 3 in Tennessee. But the woman I've been married to the last 6 years won't have nothing to do with me. Try to have a simple conversation. She lectures me instead. Try to keep my promise not to argue, but her mouth is bigger than her head. Yes, she swore to me she'd leave me if I did it to her one more time. So I came home drunk last Saturday night and I found out she was lying. Everybody called me loser, but man, I never had nothing to lose. Yeah, they want to tell me that I ought to do better, but I ain't got nothing better to do. What's the use to try to give an answer? They only question everything I say. And what's the use to try to earn a living if it's driving me to my grave? Always had good intentions, but they stuck me in the back like a knife. Always had a really cool game plan, but they sat me on a bench every night. On a good day, baby, I'm drifting down the road in a Cadillac dream, in a skin-tight underwear, a muscle shirt, beat a pair of Levi jeans. Angel come grab me by my short hair, pull me into a itty-bitty car. She says, I'll take you anywhere that you want to go, just as long as you go too far. Spent half my life sucking on poison, the other half sucking on whores. Thought about jumping out a window, but I live on the very first floor. My whole life's been a nightmare. Just to think about it makes me cry. I spent the last 5 years trying to stay straight. First 30-something trying to stay high. Preacher man talking about hellfire. Christ, you ought to have the right to choose between the same old way I'm feeling and a brand new bottle of booze. Between the same old way I'm feeling and a brand new bottle of booze.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Wispy Bop Music Acoustic Radio Podcast Series. I'm your host, Todd, middle initial C. Walker. Yes, that's right, it's me. And we have been listening to a song by Tony Denikos. And Tony Denikos joined me on the podcast this last time, about 2 weeks ago. I think, if I remember correctly, it's episode number 90. And he's an interesting fellow. He's based out of the greater Maryland, Baltimore area. And he's been a mainstay songwriter in this area for quite a few years. He started out as a bass player in his teens. Then he transitioned to playing guitar, playing bars and clubs with his trusty Ovation 6-string in Norfolk, Virginia, where a friend of his invited him down and said, "Hey, I can get you a lot of gigs." And after a couple of years there, he returned back to the Mid-Atlantic region. He left the bar gigs behind, and he focused on being a performing songwriter. He now performs at songwriter showcases and house concerts throughout the greater, Mid-Atlantic region, really, not just the greater Baltimore region. And during our podcast, towards the end, I asked him if he would send me a list of his top 10 or 11 songs of his original songs, and then write me something about each one, which he has done. So what I'd like to do today is play those songs and then read you what he wrote about them. Some of them have 2 lines, some of them have 1, some only just a number of words. The first one is titled Under the Church. And what Tony says about this song is it's inspired by the notion that we all live to project an image of ourselves, but beneath the surface, most folks are insecure at best. Here's Under the Church.
Up in the pews, we all smell so sweet. Nodding our heads like we know what it means. And the preacher's so stoic, and the children all sing, and everything's perfect, and it don't mean nothing. 'Cause under the church we're tragic cartoons, hiding our bones inside of our tombs. And it is like it is, for better or worse, life is for real. Down under the tree, out in the graveyard, covered in mud, we're biting our lips till we're spitting out blood, and we spend our lives naked, putting on airs, trying to make them all love us, as if anyone cares. 'Cause under the church we're tragic cartoons, hiding our bones inside of our tombs. And it is like it is, for better or worse, life is for real. Down under the tree, under the church, to the fire that's burning deep down inside us. Everyone knows that a catacomb echoes with the murmurs and moans of a billion hearts beating in the prisons of stone. Under the church, tragic cartoons hiding our bones, sad of our tunes, and it is like this, for better or worse, life is for real. Down under the church, down under the church, down under the church, down under the church.
Under the Church from Tony's Under the Church CD that was brought out about, I guess, 7 or 8 years ago, if I remember correctly. And I forgot to introduce, or not necessarily introduce, but identify the song that I played at the opening of the show. It was off Tony's first CD titled Naked and Smiling by Tony D, Tony D-E, which he learned very quickly to use his last name because, well, anyway, if you listen to the previous podcast, you'll understand why he went back to his real name. But that song was called Joseph Thacker's Blues. And again, it was off the Naked and Smiling CD. And let's see, what do we have next here on his list? And I forgot to ask him, but I am assuming that he wrote the list starting at his favorite, number 11, all the way down to number 1. In the number 2 position, he has the song off again Under the Church CD titled Save Me, and this is what he wrote about it. It's written about a moment of clarity that is transforming.
I've got a notion I'm going down like a twister in the middle of the sweet blue ocean. Man, I'm sinking ever deeper and my world is spinning round. I don't know how to feel. I don't know when it's real. I don't know if it's true. I don't know what to do. Save me. I'm falling down. Won't you please save me? Save me. I'm falling down like a drunk out, like a funk out in the rain. Oh, I'm getting nervous. My hands are bound. I'm reaching out, yeah, but the lines are out of service. And the answer's all around me, but I just can't pull it down. I don't know if I can. I don't know who I am. I
Save Me was also recorded on Tony's first CD that we mentioned earlier. He decided he wanted to go back and redo it, and I'm glad he did. It is a terrific song. Well, coming up next is, again, off of the Under the Church album or CD, whichever you want to refer to it is. The title of the song is No Way Home, and this is what Tony wrote about it. In the tradition of murder and mayhem roots music like Tom Dooley and John Hardy, but with an insight as to how a brutal murderer became one and perhaps provides a reflection on society's reaction to them. Here's No Way Home.
Last I saw my ma was in an orphanage. I'm guessing I was 4 or 5 years old. And before she went away, I heard my mama say, the key to hanging on is letting go. They say angels hear the cries of babes in their hour of need. I won't believe that fairy tale again. And the priest at the gate with a smile on his face whispered to me as he let me in. This ain't the way back home, boy. This ain't the way back home. Yeah, you're scared and you're trembling, now you're all alone. And this ain't the way back home. I met myself this little girl in Aberdeen, jet black curls and eyes of apple green. They say innocence and beauty can make stone cold statues weep, but all it ever made me feel was you. And I got blood stains on my hands from the thing I'd done. 7 years, boy, and they ain't coming clean. There's things a man can do that'll never be undone. There is and ain't nothing in between. There ain't a way back home, boy. There ain't a way back home. I'm scared and I'm rambling, now I'm on my own. There ain't a way back home. When your soul's lost its compass and its North Star's glow is gone, there ain't a way back home. I've only been a prisoner of a raging fear. All my life I never found a key, and I never forgave them for the day that I was born. Still I'm grateful that they finally set me free. And this is what the hangman said to me. This ain't the way back home, son. This ain't the way back home. When you're scared and you're trembling, now you're all alone. This ain't the way, this ain't the way back home, boy. This ain't the way back home. Well, you're lost in your rambling, now you're on your own. This ain't the way back home. This ain't the way back home, son. This ain't the way back home. This ain't the way back home. This ain't the way. This ain't the way. This ain't the way back home.
As a songwriter myself, I'm always interested in hearing and reading the lyrics to songs by other songwriters. And Tony, among the group of people I really, really enjoy listening to, has a wonderful way with lyrics. He really does. That was titled No Way Home from Under the Church CD. And next up, off the same CD, is the song Tip of My Tongue. And this is what Tony has written about it. Written about a fellow who loses his memory as he ages, and a love that he lost as a younger man. He says, I like the imagery and the tenderness of the song.
She was soft as the moonlight in her cinnamon hair, and her eyes always doting on me. And when I was a young man, oh, I'd hold her right here. There was nothing more precious to me. I can still feel her essence. I can still taste her kiss, though my senses have long ago waned. It's the cruelest of thievery that's reduced me to this, and left my mind begging her name. My memories fade like the names on the grave of lovers from yesterdays gone. And I'm sitting here broken with an ache in my heart, and the name of my darling on the tip of my tongue. She was proud, she was fierce, she was laughter and tears, she was all that ever I'd need. She was right and I was wrong, then she was gone and left me alone here to bleed. And I hear that she married, raised up a son, but for me it just weren't in the plans. And I can't think of anything dust to avoid or deserve where I am. My memories fade like the names on the grave of lovers from yesterday's gone. And I'm sitting here broken with an ache in my heart and the name of my darling on the tip of my tongue. And if life is the memories we've made, does it end once they've withered away? On a good day, I'm back there in the sun and the sand, carefree and carrying on. But mostly I sit here with a blank, empty stare, conscious of all that is gone. And my memories fade like the names on the grave of lovers from yesterday's gone. And I'm sitting here broken with an ache in my heart and the name of my darling on the tip of my tongue. And a girl who once loved me on the tip of my tongue.
The loss of one's memory is a devastating thing to have happen. It's happened to two close friends of mine's families recently, and watching them go through it is just agonizing. Well, next up, off of his Gravity Wins CD, is a song titled Run, Raymond, Run, and this is what Tony writes about it. I literally injured my hand writing this tune, as the finger-picking was a challenge. It was inspired by Frederick Douglass's autobiography. I like that it is written from the only perspective I thought I had a right to write it, that of the white slave owner. Slavery is a disease that infects the master and the slave alike. I co-wrote the song with Jeffrey Himes.
I got $20 in my purse I'm putting on your head. You run off from the muddy shore to steal across the bay. If the south wind blows and your luck holds out, boy, you just might get away. They'll chase you down from sea to shining sea, till one fine day they bring you back to me. Raymond, run, scamper barefoot through the fields with my overseer's bloodhounds licking at your heels. From a Tuckahoe around Baltimore to with them bounty hunters chasing you with your shackles in their hands. Oh, they'll chase you down from here to kingdom come. When it do, your hell is just begun. You want to be a free man, but you're just a common thief. By the grace of God's sweet providence, you belong to me. When you ran off my plantation, boy, stole my property. They bring you back, your blood will flow like wine, till all of Talbot County knows you're mine. Said the preacher to the slave, oh, you're prideful and defiant, boy, your soul will not be saved. Your wretched past is haunting you, it will not leave you be. Oh, your hair's too straight, your skin's too light, boy, you look too much like me. Your mama was a looker in her day, so your daddy had to sell that girl. Run, don't you stop and catch your breath. That's my overseer's cow, gonna cut you half to death. You ain't running for your freedom, boy, you running for your life. You abandon your sweet children, you forsaken your poor wife. If they bring you back, they'll watch me make you bleed. And if you get away, they still belong to me.
Going back to Tony's first CD, the Naked and Smiling CD, from about 2005, I think, if I recall from our podcast conversation a couple weeks ago. I may be wrong in that, but this is a song by the title of Mama Drinks a Bit, and this is what Tony has to say. It's a song about a family struggling with their demons. Short and sweet.
My mama drinks a bit, and my grandma blames my daddy with a vengeance, 'cause he acts as if he could not give a damn. But it's killing him, I know, he can't hide it. Lord, I know just how it feels deep inside it. Lord, I know, good God, I know my daddy knows. My girlfriend lies a lot. Yeah, she sits up in that bedroom just conniving. Then she tells me that she weren't sure who I am. And it's killing me, I know, I can't hide. Lord, I know just how it feels deep inside it. Lord, I know, good God, I know my daddy knows. And I wonder what the good Lord was singing when he made the human heart so frail and sweet. For all the things that I could disagree with, that don't make a lick of sense to me. My sister's got a hard head. You know she run into my daddy's hands till he bled. Sometimes I think she likes to make him bleed, but it's killing her, I know, she can't hide it. Lord, I know just how to feel deep inside. Lord, I know, good God, I know my daddy knows. Mama drinks a bit, and my grandma blames my daddy with a vengeance, 'cause he acts as if he could not give a damn. But it's killing her, I know, she can't hide. Lord, I know just how it feels deep inside. Lord, I know, good God, I know my daddy knows.
Mama Drinks a Bit from the Naked and Smiling CD by Tony Denikos. This next song is not on a CD as yet. It's one of Tony's newer songs. Its title is The Loner, and this is what Tony wrote about it. I wrote it years ago and revisited it to fulfill the promise to record it for a friend of mine from childhood who came to see me play after 40 years.
Used to be a loner, I kept it to myself, but lately I have found a need to lean on someone else, searching for a person, still I'm on my own. I used to be a loner, now I'm just alone. Had a friend in Clarksville, she came by from time to time. She swore that I was crazy, never paid her any mind. I went to go see my friend and they tell me she's all gone. I had a friend in Clarksville, now I'm just alone. I'm telling myself I ought to know better than to give it all away in a tune. For better or for worse, I'd sing another verse, but the song ended too soon. Used to be a dreamer, I'd keep the world at bay. But it seems to me reality blew my dreams away. Searching for a reason, and still I wonder why. Oh, I used to be a dreamer, I watched all my dreams die. Telling myself that life ought to be better than just talking to the man on the moon. He don't really listen, just perpetually glistens in the nights are getting blacker than blue. Used to be a loner, now I'm just alone.
Next up is a song titled Home for Christmas, and it is off Tony's Already Gone CD. And let's see if I can find it here. Here we go. And this is what he said about it. A young boy realizes the cost of war, written in the first person as an 8-year-old.
My name's Mike and I'm a big boy. February I'll be 8. Got this puppy I take care of. When he's good I let him stay up late. Mama works a bag in groceries down at Grady's grocery store. And Papa works at loading trailer. Well, he don't work down there no more. And I don't want no bike to ride. I don't want no jungle gym. Want my papa home for Christmas. I just wanna hold his hand. Sometimes Papa, he plays army, just like I do now and then. Packs his bags and gets ahead. Couple days he's home again. Something happened strange last summer. Mama cried for days on end. Papa's going to be a soldier. This time, boy, it's not pretend. I don't want no back to drive. I don't want no jungle gym. Want my papa home for Christmas. I just wanna hold his hand. last night my doorbell's ringing. Mama moves so awful slow. Feller gave my mom a look, shook her hand and turned to go. She placed a letter on the table. How my mama trembled so. I've never been too much on reading, but that don't mean that I don't know. And I don't want no black to rise. I don't want no jungle tunes. I want my papa home for Christmas. I just want to hold his hand. I don't want no back to rest, and I don't want to understand. Want my papa home for Christmas. I just want to hold his hand. My name's Mike, and I'm a big boy.
Songs like that always catch me in the heart. They bring a tear to my eye and a choke in my throat, and I love them. But they do hit me where it hurts. They really do. Such a nicely done song by Tony. Well, next up is a song titled Have a Little Fun. It's off of his Time Tells Tales CD. And Tony writes, shortly and sweetly, baseball as a metaphor for life.
Alan sat down on the edge of the bench with his head sunburned and his shirt all drenched. Looks out across an empty ballpark in the twilight of a summer day. Laughs to himself, says, man, it's just like life. One day you're a hero underneath the lights. Next we're hunkered down with the splinters and the spit, and everybody's gone away. You can spend your life trying to be somebody, forever wondering where you went wrong. In the meantime, buddy, we had ourselves some fun. picks up his glove and his baseball bat, walks by the bleachers where he and his buddy used to catch the ladies' eyes. Gets a teary-eyed smile when he thinks of him in his way cool shades and his goatee grin. He taught him how to live it, he taught him how to love, and then he taught him how to die. You can spend your life trying to be somebody, forever wondering where you went wrong. In the meantime, buddy, we had ourselves some fun. In the meantime, buddy, we had ourselves some fun.
Tony talks about his time in Norfolk, Virginia, where he pretty much started his full-time musical career after a friend invited him down there and said, "Look, I'll be your manager. I'll get you lots of gigs." And he told me that the song Norfolk Town, which is coming up next, it's sort of autobiographical. I don't know how accurate it is because we songwriters take a little poetic license and change things around a little bit. But this is what Tony says about it. It's a song about life of a musician and a love lost.
There's a little tiny house down in Norfolk town. Used to live inside till I felt brought down by a right gut feeling. Nightlife oft times brought. So I changed my mind and I came back home. By the time I found out I was all alone, it was way too late. Guess I just got caught. And I got kicked out by roustabouts and taught by hippies what life's about. I've been a million things, I weren't never bored. And I fell back from a heart attack. Whoa, she hurt so good, made my ripcord snap. And that kinda just sits there, looking up off the floor. Met a lady by the midnight seas. Vivian was beautiful and sweet. As I played for drunken sailors there for tips and drinks, she said life is never what it seems, or so it seems. Ferris wheels made of gold and silver get so damn cold, too numb to feel, keep you spinning so high. You wish to hell you just calm down. It's like a promised land, you know I've been there, man, long enough for me to understand that a fantasy world is only meant for clowns. Kissed my lady by the lonesome sea. Vivian was beautiful and sweet. And I told her that I loved her. She just smiled at me, said love is never really what it seems, or so it seems. It's been 25 years since I come back home, hid away a memory like a treasure stove, but lately I've been digging up holes all over the yard. She said life's a toy, but it ain't no game. Brings you joy and brings you pain. Sometimes it's magic, but mostly it's just hard. Tiny house down in Norfolk town. Man, I used to live inside till I felt drawn down by right good feeling. Nightlife oft times brought, so I changed my mind and I come back home. By the time I found out I was all alone, it was way too late. Guess I just got caught. Oh, it was way too late. Guess I just got caught. Man, it was way too late.
I'd like to thank Tony Denikos for sharing his songs with us and for giving me the list of his top 11 of all of his original songs over the course of his songwriting and performing career. It has been fun listening to the songs and reading what he says about each one. And I'd like to leave you with the final song, which he describes this way. It's a song about Katrina and the lame response to help the folks down south. Here's Big Easy Down.
Up on the roof, while the water swelled up all around. Oh, you think your government loves you, buddy? There's your proof. All the way they let Big Easy down. We're all alone, boy, but we're not afraid. No, they can't keep us down. By grace alone, our lowly sinners sing. We might be lost, but we'll be found. And those slimy politicians with their big fat mouths stumbled across the stage like drunken clowns. We'll chase them tarred and feathered from the sweet dark south. For the way they laid Big Easy down.
The Wispy Mop Music Acoustic Radio podcast series is produced by me, Todd Middle Initial C. Walker. Yes, that's right, it's me, at the Wispy Mop Music Studio in Frederick, Maryland. All the music on the podcast is played by permission from the artist. If you're enjoying the series, please feel free to share the link with family, friends, other musicians, whomever you choose, at wispymopmusic.podbean.com, or of course you can always find it on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. Thanks again for listening, and thanks again to Tony Denikos.